Well, hello everybody. Welcome to P.B.M. Money. Today, I want to show you the new 4-card setup I have for cash back. And when you hear the details, I actually basically stumbled into this with a card that I didn't even know had what it had. But let's get started. The first card that I want to tell you that I use is the American Express cash card. Now I pay an annual fee of $95 on this, but I get 6% on groceries. 6% on groceries. Now I had the American Express card put into a metal card, so it doesn't look like American Express, but it is. 6% back on groceries. I think there's a limit of 6,000 and I spend right at that every year. So 6% back, not bad. Now here's the card that I was talking about a minute ago that I tripped on, because I bought this card originally so that I could get 5% back on my utilities, which if you watched a different video, you know that didn't happen. But they sent me a notice telling me that it was time to confirm what my 5% category was going to be for the next month. And when I was reading that, I noticed it said dining. Okay. So here is the U.S. Bank cash card. This one I use for dining because I get 5% back on dining. Now I've always been getting 5%. But I was using my custom cash card. In fact, I think I mentioned in another video, I was considering product changing from my City Double Cash to a custom cash card so that I could get 5% on gas. And I was hemming and hawing, and for some reason I didn't do it. But when I came across that U.S. Bank 5% dining, all of a sudden my custom cash card became available. Now the custom cash card gives you 5% back on whatever you spend the most on that month. So now my custom cash card, that's going to be used for gasoline. So I'm getting 5% back on gasoline now. So 6% on groceries, 5% on gas, 5% on dining. You probably think that my card is going to get 2% on everything else, which would be a great system, but no, for the next few months I'm going to be using my new Discover IT card, because for the first year you get 3% back on everything. So I get 6% on groceries, 5% on gas, 5% on dining, and 3% on everything else. That is a heck of a cashback setup. Most people would have figured out the first 3 that I had. But the Discover IT, that made this whole system click. So every time I buy something, the least I'm going to get is 3%. And the most I'm going to get is 6%. You figure out what you spend on your credit cards in a year, and that is a heck of a system right there. Well, that's all I wanted to talk about. I wanted you to know that there is a setup where you can get 6% back on groceries, 5% on dining, 5% on gas, and 3% on everything else. You guys have a great day, a great week, and happy investing.